All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Makakadosh. Double honors to other apostles who ain't no song. Salutation, Akim, teach all true sincerity. Um, this video is gonna be called Israel are the chosen people. Because Yahweh chose Israel above all these nations. He favored the nation of Israel. He didn't choose us because, well, it explains it in Deuteronomy. It's Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So he chose us above all people. And it wasn't because it's because he loved us above all these other nations. He favored one people, and that was Israel. But it explains it more. I'm gonna read verse 7. Yahweh did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because Yahweh loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, have Yahweh brought you with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondage from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. So it was all about Yahweh had love for Israel, but he wanted to keep his oath, his promise to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and especially to Abraham, because he wanted to keep his covenant and his oath with our forefathers before us. But anyway, I was gonna read the next scripture I was gonna read is Deuteronomy 14 verse 2. This is Deuteronomy 14 verse 2. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power, and Yahweh thy power have chosen thee to be a peculiar unto himself above all people, above all the nations that are upon the earth. And peculiar means special. We're a special people unto him. Yahweh has a favorite. Everyone has a favorite, but the Heavenly Father, his favorite people, a favorite nation is Israel, because he only dealt with Israel. Those are his children. And physically, these are his children. So he only dealt with his children only. He didn't deal with, Esau, the so-called white man. He didn't deal with all these other nations. He dealt only with Israel. And Israel, he chose from the beginning. My next scripture I want to get was Isaiah 41 and 41 and 8. It's Isaiah 41 and 8. But thou, Israel, art my servant Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. So the seed of Abraham is Yahweh's friend, because there's a scripture that says that Jacob is a lot of his inheritance. Salakia. But I just thought of that scripture right now. But hold on. Let me look it up right quick. Salakia, my bad. It's a quick Jacob. Uh, uh, uh yes, Deuteronomy 32. I just thought that scripture, but he called Jacob. He called so like um he called let me read again. This is Isaiah 41 verse 8. But thou Israel art my servant Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham my friend. So he called Jacob his chosen, and the seed of Abraham his friend, and the seed Abraham and his seed, which is Isaac, and Jacob is Isaac's seed. So Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So it was all through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's the seed. That's Yahweh's friend. But that scripture I was came to mind is this is Deuteronomy 32 verse 8. Well, verse 9 is the point of why I thought of it. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. So the Lord's portion is his people, and the so-called Negroes, Latino Native Americans, who are the chosen people, are the Lord's people, are the Lord's children. We're the lot of his inheritance, and the inheritance is the kingdom of heaven. That's the inheritance. And also inheriting, basically the inheritance is the kingdom of heaven, the right to, you know, be Salaki, the right to be a part of the kingdom of heaven, because the kingdom of heaven is only for Israel, and only the Israelites are going to inherit the kingdom of heaven. Only an Israelite can inherit the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of heaven, Salaki. So the inheritance is the kingdom of heaven. The immortality, that's an inheritance. Sitting on thrones, judging 12 tribes of Israel. A lot of things come with the inheritance. So the inheritance is the kingdom of heaven. But my next scripture I wanted to get was Psalms 135. And verse 4. For Yahweh has chosen Jacob unto himself, and Israel for his peculiar treasure. And we're his chosen people, his children, his special people, his special treasures, his jewels. Basically, we're his jewels, his favorite jewels to wear. Because we're his favorite people. And we weren't chosen because we were, a lot of people at one point. We were the fewest because we grew in captivity. We grew in under oppression. That's when we multiplied. But he chose us because he loved us above all nations, and he chose us because he had to keep the oath that he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. our forefathers. He had to keep that oath. And the 12, patriarchs, but he had to keep that oath that he made with our forefathers, you know, back way when. So, because Most High is not a man, he should lie. He always keeps his promises. He always what's the word? He always Salaki. He always comes through with what he says. He always backs it up. What he says, like it says in Isaiah 55:11, his word shall not come back void. It shall accomplish wherein it shall please, and it shall. Well, basically, the Lord's word is, you know, whatever he says is going to come to pass. Whatever he does, he's not going to lie. He's going to do what is written, what is promised, and what's. But anyway, I believe I'm basically finished. Our people are the chosen people. I hope this was edifying, and say all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahusha Ba'Shem Rakah Kadosh, and double honors to elder apostles, a great millstone, and salutation you Akim, teach all true sincerity and shalom.